Hi, this is Peter. In this video I will show you a fragment of a game between Frederick Kotov and Ahmed Gulko. Frederick Kotov had white pieces and Ahmed Gulko went for Sicilian defense. But on the last move he played e6 to e5, which is an opening inaccuracy. And Kotov capitalized on this mistake right away with, can you guess the move? The move is knight to e6, attacking queen, and after pawn takes, bishop to c8. Now beta is queen to c8 or bishop to d8, but Gulko wanted to hold on to material with bishop to c8. But there is a problem with this move, and the problem is rook takes on f6. This is what Kotov played, the best move. And now knight to d5 is free to attack the queen, because otherwise knight takes knight would be played. Queen to b8, and now very simple, check and queen to f3, attacking weakness, pawn on f6. And now again, the best move is not what Gulko played. The best move is bishop takes on e6, but instead Gulko went into panic mode and played rook to f8, trying to defend the weakness, the pawn on f6. The problem with this move, however, is queen to f5, defending the pawn on e6 and also threatening queen to g6 check. And the game continued with b5, and now bishop takes on h6. Queen to g6 check would not be better move. Bishop takes on h6 is the best move here. Not afraid of queen a7. Very nice combination from Gulko. Queen to e7, defending the king, saving the rook, but the other rook falls. And perhaps this induced some psychological damage in Gulko, because in this position black resigned. We could argue that he could continue because white is better, but only better. White is not winning in this position. He's better because the pawn on h file is passed pawn, but otherwise he's not winning. So, but perhaps for Gulko it was enough and he resigned in this position. Okay, next would be, but in this position, instead of rook to f8, black should have played bishop takes on a6, going for a forced queen trade with this continuation. And white is better again, but he's not as good as in the last line with rook to f8 and queen to f5. But the best lines are yet to come here, because the best is actually one more. Okay, one more here, sorry. So if knight to d5 in this position, instead of rook takes on d5, then knight takes knight, and after pawn takes, bishop takes on a6, equalizing, and d takes on e6, but after bishop to f6, white is, this position is about equal, white is not better. So that's why knight to d5 before rook takes on f6 is not the best move. But the best lines begin with queen to c8, really highlighting the fact that if you make a mistake and your opponent is able to sacrifice the piece, the knight in this case, you want to give the material back. You don't want to hold to the material with bishop to c8, but better move is queen to c8, or as we can as we will see in the next line, bishop to d8. Because after queen to c8, white has no good continuation. He could sacrifice the exchange, and after pawn takes on f6, perhaps knight to a4, and if bishop takes on f6, then the queen takes on d6, but both lines do not offer any substantial advantage to white. So the best continuation really is pawn takes check, but this is about equal. Perhaps c4 or a4 are good moves because black is going to castle queen side. And the last line is, as I said, bishop to d8. Now, I didn't want to confuse you even further and show you why rook takes knight in this position doesn't work, but it doesn't. So just please trust me on this. Knight takes on d5, knight takes knight, pawn takes, and now bishop takes pawn. And again, this position is about equal. So really what I want to highlight in this video is that if you make an opening inaccuracy like this, vacating the square, you want to give the piece back. You don't want to hold to the extra material because it's very easy to run into trouble. Okay. And I would like to conclude this video with two exercises. One is simple, the second one is not that simple. So this is the first exercise with white to move. It is white to move and to play the best move. And the best move is c4, sacrificing the exchange in order to gain some initiative. And the line could continue with knight takes and queen to a5, very important. Pawn takes, threatening check on d7. It would actually be checkmate, so pawn takes is forced, and now either knight to e5 or rook to e1, and then a queen to g4 would be interesting continuations, but white is slightly better in this position. It's nothing substantial. Okay, and the last exercise is not as easy, because in this position it is white to move and to checkmate in 22 moves. If you want to find the solution yourself, please do that, because those kind of puzzles come once in a blue moon. White to move and to checkmate in 22 moves. Are you ready? Okay, so the move that starts the combination, this is forced combination, is bishop takes on a c5 check. And now, what is the plan for white? Because knight obviously would love to jump here to d6, but knight takes knight. Maybe a6. What do you think? But a6, d6, and king is feeling a bit uncomfortable. And what about the bishop on f3? How to save the bishop? White saved the bishop in the best way with king to c8. This is a winning move. Although white is slower, it doesn't matter. Of course, under promoting to knight, threatening knight to c7 checkmate. So queen has to defend, and after the fourth trade, the a4 pawn, sorry, a pawn is promoting. So a4, and now very important, king to c8. Again, king is feeling a bit uncomfortable because in this position, if he were to play a5, then knight to e5 check would be very unpleasant. So king to c8 very important, and it's all over now. Let's under promote to bishop, and bishop to c6 is checkmate. So very nice combination. And that is all. I hope that you enjoyed analyzing the opening and also those two short exercises. Stay tuned for the next videos. Thanks for watching. Bye.